Hello everyone, hello. Alright, it is Shallie time. So you just saw Aisha. Shallie is basically not the sequel to Aisha, but the sequel after the sequel to Aisha. So Tetsu-san will be running that as well. I hope you all enjoy it. We're going to be running it on hardcore on Shallot's route. The differences between the routes is fairly minor overall, especially late game. They kind of diverge at some point, but well, I'll explain more about the differences in the run. Tatsu-san, dozo.
はい。Difficulty Hardcore Voice Language English. OK. Do. New game start. 3 count start. Ready. 3, 2, 1. Start.
And we are off.
The water sources disappeared.
Yeah, so
Dry husks replace lush
Shallie
plant
has the single cutscene at the start.
All creatures die
It's
of
not
thirst or starvation.
skippable, but it will be fairly quick. But after this, we're zooming. You probably know what it looks like from Aisha. Dusk games are fast. And here we're actually playing at 240 FPS.
But the sun
It'll be
shining.
speedy.
No thought to drying up the small amount of water left on the planet.
And yeah, this cutscene, I believe, is a pre-rendered video.
Everything fades away. In our dusk world.
Alright, so we start off on Sarah's side of the game. This is one of those Atelier games with dual protagonists, and yeah, we're off to the races. It is very quick.
What materials should I use?
Just go through the synth tutorial real quick. We'll also have a short combat tutorial right after. And the tutorial is basically just going to take us through kind of the basics of each of the two protagonists. It'll show you a little bit of Sarah's life and then a little bit of Lot's life. So right now we're getting sort of a game tutorial on Sarah's version.
This is the first time I've seen this.
So now just a quick little gathering tutorial. Blink and you'll miss it. And then we have combat as well.
Let's get this party started.
We do get to start with a craft, so this enemy will not be able to stand up to our might between Cortez, our bodyguard, and the items that we have. One thing that's a bit funny about this enemy is on hardcore it's pretty easy. It's actually mathematically impossible to defeat on higher difficulties, but that's fine, we're on hardcore. Alright. So Sarah's side is pretty much done, and now the game's going to show you Lot. She lives in the city, and she is the protagonist we will be choosing for this run. She's kind of like... She is also a novice alchemist who doesn't really know what she's doing with alchemy or have any goals with it. So she's kind of treated as like a kid around town. Like, go play around somewhere. We don't need you right now. And because we already did the tutorial stuff, her section is much simpler than Sarah's. Just go clean up some trash off the street. That's basically how she's treated, right? They're just like, we don't need you right now, just go clean up trash to get out of our way. So, poor Lot feels bad.
I'll clean this up.
I'll clean this up. And after this, there'll be a quick cutscene where Lot contemplates her life, and the tutorial will be done. And that's when you choose your character. And like I mentioned before, we will be choosing a lot for this run. I totally forgot we actually get to listen to the opening in this game. So we can enjoy that real quick. Alright, yes, time to select a heroine and difficulty. And we're off to chapter 1. This is where the game truly begins. The difference between the two heroines is, more or less Sarah is an outsider to the town. She's coming in on her ship, and Lot lives inside the town. So, this cutscene happens no matter which side. This little anime right here, and actually it's really nice, right? The sand dragon there is questionable, but the anime looks really good. And basically what's happening here is, you know, Sarah's coming to visit town because her village out in the middle of nowhere is running out of water and needs to ask for help. And, well, you can tell that after this cutscene, they're not really going to be on the town's good side for very long.
The controls aren't working.
What?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough landing here. Boom. And of course, Lot has nothing to do with this right now. This is how Sarah ends up in town, and Lot's like, what the heck just happened? But she's basically told to stay out of it. And for the first few chapters, Lot's side of the story is significant. Lot's and Sarah's sides of the story are completely different, right? They don't really intersect for a while. And that'll be the main difference for a speedrun, is the very start of the game is like
let's explore this place from top to
quite
this is
different.
new.
And
I
the
should
other main
report.
difference is Lot herself, but we'll
What's
get into
this?
that later.
I've never seen it
So
before.
like, your first task is Lot, you know, go out, gather, whereas your first task is Sarah is to go out and do battles.
This is
so
new.
Lot's is actually quite a bit faster. Gathering is faster than battles, right? And then you also get Wilbell in your party, which is super nice because while she might not have been much in Aisha, by this point she is incredibly powerful. Gotta love Wilbell. And the first chapter really isn't much. Just sort of an introduction to Lot's circumstances. And so Shallie is split into every chapter is split into two sections. You have your main story, and then you have your life tasks, your free time. Main story is
I've never seen it before.
Very straightforward. Oh no, we didn't get enough water. That's unfortunate. We'll have to back that up. Main story is very
What's this?
straightforward. You just
This
go
looks
through
like
cutscenes
clay.
until it ends.
I like it
And
because
then
you could...
after main story, it puts you into the life task section, which is where we are right now. And life tasks are
Alright, where
basically
to now? I hope
just
I
a
find
bunch
lots
of like
stuff.
various
My gut's telling me
chores that the
something
game
that this
is
is
telling you to
new.
do, like
I should record it.
gather this, synthesize this, do this many requests, etc., etc.
This is new. I should record it.
And you can see at the top left corner, we have a
Looks like
portrait of lot
Alright,
that
this-
isn't like filled in, but it's going up from the top.
I feel like...
As that gets more and more green, that's
What's
like
this? Where do you want to go?
what percentage you're getting in the life tasks. And when that's full, we can move on to the next
Want
chapter.
I
So,
learned a brand new skill.
Tetsu will just be,
Alright,
you know,
time to start.
gathering a lot of things and doing
Alright,
syntheses
what
to
materials
fill that
should
up.
I
The
choose?
tasks
What
are the same
materials
every
should I
time.
choose? Alright,
So for the
time to
speed
start.
run, you can generally get through them pretty quickly. They start out pretty simple early game, and some of them get pretty annoying late game, but they're still
あーっとっとっとっと。
more or less straightforward to do. And here we're reporting some requests for money, triggering some more cutscenes. The thing about requests in this game is they are deterministic. As long as you're doing the same thing every time, you will have the same requests in your shop, more or less. There's like the request itself will be the same, but there's some slight variance on the exact turn-in. Alright. We backed up the water, the life tasks are complete, and we're on to chapter 2. Yeah, the chapters are sort of gonna fly by in this game. Especially the early ones, they feel very short.
Where do you want to go? What's this? I feel like we might find something useful here. Awesome, a new discovery! It's pretty rare to find... What's this? I've never seen it before.
Just gotta gather a lot of things on the way. We're back in main story again, so...
Where do you want to go?
Anything you
My gut's
do
telling
during
me we'll
main
find
story
something
will
good here.
apply to your
I've got
life
high
tasks
expectations.
after.
Awesome, a new
So
discovery.
you can get life
It
tasks
might
done
seem like you can find natural
uh,
materials like this anywhere.
This is new.
during the
I
main
should
story,
record it.
sort of.
It's pretty rare to find
But you
plants
can't
around
actually
here.
get them
Maybe it's
triggered
because
until
of the
your free time
environment.
section, so...
What's this? I've never seen it before. All right, where
Just
to
gathering
next?
a bunch of things on the way. Gathering nodes in this game are deterministic for the most part. There's basically two types of items in this game. There's your normal items and your
My
special,
gut's
like,
telling me we'll find
golden
something
items.
good here.
I
I've got high
believe for the normal run,
expectations.
we don't have any golden
as
items, which are the ones that are RNG.
There's nowhere to run.
Alright, and here we have the first sort of like
That hurts.
major battle of Lot's side. Thankfully, because Wilbow's in our party, it's not a problem. But one thing that's kind of funny about this battle is it...
Oh,
Oh no, Wilbow died.
おーっと
Is that a game over? That's a game over. Oh no. What are we gonna do? Yeah, if you get unlucky, Wilbow dies there, and if you don't have a save, that just completely ends the run. Do you have a backup save? Alright. Looks like we do have a save, so... no need to reset.
All right, bring it on.
There's nowhere to run.
Hey,
Yeah, I may
that
have missed it.
Here, this
It's
might
one
hurt.
of the, I believe that is one of 4 places in the run where you can get a game over if you lose.
Have a
Um,
taste of my magic.
That's something that's a little bit unique to Shallie for Atelier games,
Hey,
Time to
that
get
hurts.
is the inclusion of game overs from
I'll
combat.
beat you to a pulp. Ready?
And it's because this game came in at a point where Dusk was kind of like phasing out time limits. So they didn't really know what to do with that.
Where do you want to go?
And I will insist that the game overs were a terrible idea, especially because you have no warning at all. That fight comes out of nowhere, and it's like 6 enemies. You're super early game, it's totally reasonable to get caught off guard and die there, even with Wilbell being as strong as she is.
Where do you want to go? Awesome! A new discovery! Okay, let's hurry up!
So one thing that's pretty important to this run is field effects, which to just use to do a bunch of gathering. Whenever you go to a field area, you have a meter that fills up between 0 and 200%. And every 100% you can use it to use a field effect. And there's various things you can do. You can get like relic items, which are just various useful items, or you can just gather everything in the area, which is by far the most useful one.
Alright, time to start.
And just various things like that. So the gathering search
What materials
is going to be the most used in this run.
Alright, time to start. Let's try raise. I don't level up.
And other than that, you need to use them a bunch for life tasks in general as well. And we've entered the free time for chapter 2, so just making a bunch of items to fill out the life tasks and also get alchemy XP here. You do need a pretty decent alchemy level
Where do you want to
to
go?
make the items for
telling me we'll
finishing the
find
run.
something good here. I've got high expectations. Okay, let's hurry up. Let me know if you find anything useful.
What's this?
And other than that,
never seen it
we're just going to quickly gather a bunch of items to fill out the rest of the life tasks. You can see that
Pretty rare to find plants around.
Awesome!
the
a new
field search bar at the
discovery.
top is going up
Awesome,
to
a
2,
new
so we are doing relic searches. This is a
Alright,
great way
bring it
to
on.
get hard to find materials like metal early on.
Just go nuts.
And then this enemy search is, I believe, life
This might
task
hurt.
related.
Time to get automatic control mode. Ow! That hurts.
When you search for enemies, you get these
Ow.
very like
That
massive
hurts.
waves.
I'll
To rest.
I'll
Oh.
beat you to a pulp. I'll blow
Bad
you
luck on the
away.
encounter today. Thankfully, this one will not lead to
Oh.
game over.
That was
Oh
close.
my, lucky.
Where do you want to go?
That was close indeed, Lot. Yeah, there's so many enemies, those can be scary, but they cannot stand up to Wilbell's might. And of course, turning in a bunch of requests as well. Because requests are more or less deterministic, you always know what you're going to have in advance, which is great. Because we need a decent amount of money for the run to buy recipes. That's mostly what money is for in this run. There's some other things. I believe one of the life tasks later in the game is having 25,000 coal or something. I'm not sure if the hardcore route gets that one, but we'll see when we get there. Alright, and life tasks are complete, so as soon as we go back to Lot's Atelier, Chapter 2 will finish. Or is it Chapter... No, we're in Chapter 3 now. It's hard to keep up because it's going so fast.
Okay, let's hurry up. What's this?
Excited to see what happens.
This is new. I should. All right, where to next? Let's get this done quickly.
Prickly feeling in my nose. It's pretty rare to find plants around.
This is new. I should record it. Awesome, a new discovery. Where do you want to? I hope I. All right, where to next?
Let me know if you find anything you.
My gut's telling. Alright, bring it on!
Another one of these monster swarms. Hopefully it
nowhere
goes
to
well.
run.
Yeah, these are also very good for turning in your classes.
That hurt. A game of numbers. Ow! Ow! I'll beat you. This is on you.
Now, there's nowhere to run.
Now that we have access to a
Done already?
fourth party member,
That
these
was
fights are a lot
too
safer.
easy.
Because you can use
Alright,
a will
where
bell
to
skill,
next?
swap her to the back
Alright,
row,
let's read it.
like what just happened, and then swap her back into the front and use her skill again. Will bell is by far our most, powerful character, so it makes sense to want to use her skills as much as possible.
Now, what materials should it? Alright, time to start. Alright,
Alright, we are now in the chapter 3 time section.
Alright, time to start. Alright, I did it! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Using a. Alright, what material? Alright, time to start. Alright, what
And the synthesis menuing for this game is
Alright, what material? Alright, time
pretty,
to start. Alright, I learned a brand
pretty
new skill.
difficult
What
because the
materials
menus
should
go
I
by so
choose?
fast. You don't even have time to think, right? You have to
Alright,
basically
time to
already know what
start.
you're doing
Alright!
in advance.
What materials do you want me to use? Okay, I'll get started. It's done.
We just made some equipment at our friend Mirika. She is basically the blacksmith of this game. It's just for a life task. The equipment didn't actually matter as far as I know, but that is her purpose, other than being a party member.
Alright, where to next? Alright, let's explore this place.
It's pretty rare to find plants around.
Mike. Alright,
Alright, and here
Let
we're
me
going
know
to
if you
gather a
find
massive
anything
amount of
useful for my
items
training. I'd especially
and just
like
discard
some
them.
magic
This is pretty
catalysts.
normal in Shallie speedruns, because there's a lot of life tasks that want you to gather hundreds of items.
something could happen.
And
Alright, where to next?
you don't actually need all those items,
Where do you want to go?
but you do need to gather them for the life task,
Let
so
me
it's
know if you find
more
anything
efficient to gather
useful
them
for
and
my
throw them away.
training. I'd
So we have
especially
things like
some
50
magic
vegetables, get
catalysts.
50 fruit, get 50
It's
fuel,
Alright.
get 200 items in the
I
area.
show my
You know,
skills.
all those things you can see triggering on the left right now.
Prickly
Those come
feeling.
from
It's pretty rare to find plants
basically
around
just
here.
gathering these nodes over and over again, tossing them so you have more room, and doing the same thing.
Okay, this. Excited to see
It
what happens.
Definitely looks like a waste, but the way this game works, it ends up being
It's
efficient.
pretty rare to find plants
Because life
around
tasks
here.
are really important. Obviously, you need them for progression to finish
Okay,
free time. But the other thing they give you
Interesting place.
is
This.
experience. They give you synthesis experience and combat experience. And those two
It's
things
pretty rare to find plants
are
around
very
here.
slow to get otherwise.
Okay,
We're going.
And they're both very important.
let me know if you
For
find
finishing the
anything
game.
useful for my training.
What's this?
And then on top of that,
Found something.
because of
Tell
all the
me where to
gathering, you
go.
can do all these field searches. And getting relics from field searches
Now,
is
What
very nice.
materials should I choose?
Because they fill some very niche categories
Is
like
this
metal,
really okay?
right?
That
you don't normally have access to otherwise.
I learned a
So
brand
you're
new skill.
basically,
What
gathering and throwing
materials
away all
should
these
I
items,
choose?
but it's fulfilling like 3 or 4
Alright, time to
purposes.
start.
So it ends
Alright,
up being
I did it. What
very, very
materials should
efficient.
it? Alright, time to start.
To do that instead of
Alright,
keeping them.
time to start. This looks alright. Alright, where to next?
Excited. We're first.
I'll blow you away.
And I believe after this battle, the free time for chapter 3 should be over.
Now, to have a taste of my magic. Done already? That was too easy.
And you can see that they got a ton of levels from
Okay,
that.
let's hurry
That
up.
wasn't because those birds are OP. That was because
Let's
of
get
life
moving.
tasks. When you complete a bunch of life tasks, the ones that give you combat XP, they all apply after your
Alright,
next
where to
battle.
next?
And so
It'd be nice if this is new.
Tetsu
Hurt
got
my
enough
feelings.
life tasks done to
What's this?
get enough combat
I've never
XP
seen
to
it
send the
before.
characters to level
We'll get lots of
25.
materials in
And
no
25 is kind of like the important breakpoint for levels early game in this run. That's when your characters basically have all of their active skills for battle.
time. Okay, let's hurry up.
And a lot of those active skills are very, very, very strong. Alright, chapter 3 is over. And yeah, the battle XP is from life tasks is just very, very fast. If you were to grind out that much XP, you would basically be sitting in battles for like hours. But doing it through life tasks, we can get it done in a few minutes. It's actually very neat. And it's important to have that XP now because we're coming up to our first boss fairly soon. Not in chapter 4, but in chapter 5. And we have a familiar face joining the cast now. Escamalier is in town. She's the protagonist of the previous game to this one, so we had an ask around yesterday on the channel. She won't be joining our party for a little while though. And thankfully, because we did a bunch of requests earlier, we have a lot of money, we can afford all of these recipe books. They just give various recipes that we need to finish the game. It's very difficult to go through all of them, but we definitely need them.
All right, let's read it. I see.
And one thing that's nice about getting the recipe
What
books
should
all
I
at once
synthesize?
is
What materials should
every
I
time you get a
choose?
recipe book, Lot has to sit down and read it, but if you
Time
get
to
them all at
start.
once, it's combined into
One
one little
at a
cutscene like that, so...
What materials should I choose? All right, time to start. I learned to bring. What materials should I choose? All right, time to start. All right, I did it. What materials should I choose? All right, time to start.
The
All
synthesis
right,
system in this game is a
What
little bit
materials
unique.
should I choose?
It uses what's called a skill
All
frame
right,
system,
time to start.
which basically
All right,
you can
level up.
see that
What
each
materials should
item,
I choose?
each material you add to a synthesis has these little
All right,
rectangles
time to
or
start.
frames
Using
attached to it.
What property
Some of
is
them
this?
have
All
2,
right,
some of them
what
have 1, some of them
material?
have
Is
none.
this really
They can have up to
okay?
4.
All right, time to start. Using
And the
what
important thing about
what
this
material
is
should I
based on
choose?
the number
All
of
right,
frames,
time to start.
that
what
determines
is-
what
all right,
skills you
that-
can
what
use from
material
that
should I
item. So
choose?
you have a bunch of skills that you
All
start
right,
with.
time to start.
The most important
Using-
skill for a lot of the
is this-
speedrun
all
right now
What material should
is
I choose?
quantity +2, and you also
All
have
right,
property
time
level
to start.
+1. So,
Using what property
number
is this?
count
All right,
+1.
What material
Not
should I
quantity.
choose?
so number count will basically
All
make
right,
an
time to
extra of
start.
the item you're synthesizing.
Using
but
what
it's
property
a-
is this? All right, what
It
material
takes up
should
2
I
frames.
choose?
So you have to have a material that has at least 2 frames to
All
place
right,
the skill.
time to start. What
Um,
property is this? All right, what material should I choose?
And then we
All
also
right,
have
time to
property
start.
level up, which
Let's
also is 2
increase the
frames.
attributes using
And
what
property
is this?
level,
What
to me,
material
is a
should
very
I
interesting
choose?
mechanic.
All right, time to start.
So
Let's
the way
do
property
this.
level
Let's get-
works
what
is
property is this?
when
All
you
right,
apply it
that
to an
about that.
item,
What
it
material
increases
should I
that
choose?
the skill to an item. It increases that item's property level.
All right, time to
And
start.
every item has
This is- all right, I learned
3
a
property
brand new
levels,
skill.
every
What
sensible
material
item.
should I choose?
And basically what
Alright,
that means
time to start.
is
I don't
based on the property level you get when synthesizing, it adds that property to the item at the end of the synthesis. So if you get property level +1, and the item has, say, destructive power as its first level property, it will add destructive power to that item as a property at the end of synthesis. And doing this, you can basically deterministically create items with high tier combination traits very quickly, as long as you know which items which items have the property levels you need to do that. So Tetsu made an ice bomb
All right,
with
where to
quite a
next?
few destruct item
let's
power
wipe 'em all
properties using this mechanic.
Let's wipe them all
So
out.
the property level increasing skill
Here,
is very
might
important
hurt
as
you.
well because of that.
Now, awaken! Spirits of Earth! Done
So
already?
Loba has Volcano now,
was
like I mentioned
too
earlier,
easy.
getting to level 25 is important. because of new skills, Volcano is basically just another very powerful
Okay,
AoE skill.
let's hurry up. Now, what should I synthesize? What materials should I... Alright, time to start. Alright, I did it! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Using a use... This looks like... Let's do this. I don't think this will go so well. Let's do this next. Alright, what is this? Alright, I learned a brand new skill. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What is this? Alright, that about does it. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What is... Alright, that about does it. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What properties should... Is this... Alright, what materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. One more. What property is this? Alright,
And you can see, okay, nice. Chapter 4 is done, on to chapter 5. You can see that every time an item is made, because of that property level manipulation, every time you make a bomb, we can have those properties already set up. So big destructive power, fixed item power, all that good stuff. Making our bombs much, much more powerful. Which is good, because we don't have time to make equipment in this run. That would take way too long. So, in Shallie, in general, I would say skills are quite a bit stronger than items, but because making equipment takes so long, items are still good enough to finish the game. Those are kind of the preferred choice for damage in a speedrun. Alright, equipping all those new items. And the ice bombs are very nice because the boss
Where
coming
should I
up
go?
is actually weak to ice damage.
Time to show off
Pretty
my
convenient.
skills and find something good.
And now we're at the point of the game where the two routes between Lot and Sarah basically converge. So the game at this point,
Alright, where to next?
between the two routes, after this point, the only
Let's
difference is
explore
your
this place
protagonist.
from top to bottom.
And that's only important really for one thing, and that is their synthesis skills. So each protagonist
What's
has
this?
a
It's actually pretty
unique
difficult to
synthesis
use
skill,
gems for imbuing.
and Lot's is called Get Rich.
Okay, let's hurry up.
And what Get Rich does is basically it adds a property to items that makes them sell for more. And this is the main reason you choose Lot over Sarah for hardcore difficulty. Because you have an easier time getting money due to Get Rich. Yeah, we're straight into the first boss.
Me too.
Safety save was made because once again it's possible to game over
Birds of
here.
Earth.
And you really don't want that to happen.
Rolling thunder.
Didn't
lightning
Older Route make
flash.
weapons for Sand Dragon?
Let's finish the
I don't know about older
I'll
hardcore
beat you
routes,
cold
but I
and
doubt
burn you
it.
too.
I'm going.
I won't, thank you. I'll beat you cold can burn you too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yet these ice bombs do a ton of damage, so this thing will not last long.
Power over deep plate. I'll beat you to a freeze you solid.
Not done yet.
This will freeze me solid.
I let down my guard.
Sand
I'll
Dragon
use my
turns its
fist.
anger on the ship.
I'll beat you. Icy bomb bomb. Ice bomb.
Next.
I'll beat you to a freeze you solid.
Wide open.
And, you know, our ice bombs do a lot of damage, but
I'll
the
beat
thing
you
actually
cold
has a
and
ton
burn
of
you
HP.
too.
It takes a while to
Coming
whittle
through.
down,
This may be shocking.
even with this much damage. Alright,
We
and it's
won.
over. GG. Good fight.
This
Yeah, the battle voice lines are great in this game. Alright, we have a short unskippable insert here, but due to the fast forward that was enabled before it, it's actually going to get cut off very early. But, you know, everyone's happy. Oh my gosh, we defeated the dragon. They didn't think they could do it. So having a nice little party celebration. Alright, short break over. It's a nice song. And yeah, the two Shallies have basically met now. For the first few chapters of the game, they had no idea who each other were, but they're, you know, fated. They share the same name after all. And of course, turning in more requests. And with the Sand Dragon defeated, we are done with the main story of Chapter
Now,
5.
What
So,
should I synthesize? What materials
off to
should
free
I
time,
choose?
once again.
Alright, time to start. What is it? Alright. Welcome. What materials do you want me to use? Okay, I'll get started. Now it's finished. What materials do you want me to use? Okay, I'll get started. Now it's finished. Tell me where to go. I show my skills. Awesome! And new minerals are absolutely essential to imbuing. I feel like. Tell me where to go.
Let's take care of this as efficiently as possible.
Minerals are absolutely essential to imbuing. Okay, let's hurry up. This is new. Okay, where should I? Let's get this done. Where do you want to go?
We also, at some point we got access to Sarah's ship because we basically joined up with her now, so we get to use that for synthesizing and running around the map. Very convenient. Just enough money for the needed books.
What
The money
what
routing in this
materials
game is
should I
generally
choose?
pretty tight early. Because even though you do a lot of requests, most of them don't actually give that much money individually. Like if a book costs 700 to 1,000, or a request gives 100 to like 300, right?
Level up.
But now we are starting to get rich late.
Alright, time to start. What is
Level up.
what material? Alright, time to start.
A little bit.
Let's keep alright. I learned a
I saw
brand
it
new
beginning.
skill. What material?
We're also making other
time to
items
start.
though.
Using alright. What
Like the
material?
uni, which is a better
Alright,
bond.
time to start. Alright.
And free time for chapter 5 is done. Oh, who was that? I wonder. Never seen her before. She'll show up more later, but fun fact is, in the original version of this game, Aisha wasn't even in it. So, when they basically did their
Now,
sort of
what
like
should I
update
say?
of
What
the game,
material? Alright,
Shallie
time to
Plus,
start.
back in the day,
What material?
they
Alright, time to start.
actually added a lot of
What
content.
material? Alright, time to start. Alright, what material? Alright, time to start.
Including, you know,
What
new characters like
Alright,
Aisha.
time to start.
Got new characters,
what
but new
material?
to this
Alright,
game.
time to start.
Pretty cool.
Alright, what material? Alright, time to start. Alright, I learned a brand
So-
new skill. What material? Alright, time to
One thing
start.
that's going on right now is,
Alright, what material? Alright, time to
in
start.
this game,
Alright, what
water is
material?
actually pretty
Alright,
limited.
time to start.
Um,
Alright, what material?
but
Alright,
you can
time to start.
loop water
Alright,
into
what
water
material?
crystals and then
Alright, time to
disassemble them
start.
to get all of
Alright,
your
what
water
material?
back.
Alright, time to start.
Because the whole like plot of the game, right,
Alright, time to
is
start.
that there's a huge
Alright,
drought
what material?
because of the
Alright,
Dusk Sea.
time to start. Alright, I learned a brand
And that's
new
kind of what the
skill.
game
material should I choose?
entire game revolves around. Is
Alright, time to
letting
start.
this fix this drought. So as expected,
Alright,
water
what
ends up
properties
being
is this?
pretty limited.
Alright, that about does it. What material should I
Um,
choose?
But due to, you know, smart use of mechanics like
Alright,
disassembling,
time to
whatever,
start.
you can get a lot more water than
What property
intended.
is this? Alright,
And it's
what
very
material
convenient.
should I choose?
And the water crystals are just good for farming alchemy
Alright,
XP.
time to start. I don't think this.
And
I
now
don't
that the
think this
alchemy
will
level
go
is
so.
higher,
Using what properties is
we can
alright,
get property
what
levels
material
on the
should I
Hellenic Steel
choose?
Plate.
Alright,
And so now we
time
have
to
rare
start.
item and a high price
Using a useful
on the
skill.
Hellenic
Let's
Steel
try
Plate.
drawing out. What property
And we're gonna
is
make
alright?
Poetic
What
with high
material
class
should
item.
I choose?
And all of these
It's
traits
alright,
are
time to
traits that
start.
increase the sell price
Using a
of the
useful
item.
skill. Using a useful. What properties should is alright?
And now the steel plate has premium price.
It-
So we disassemble them into the base materials.
It-
And disassembly is really nice because when you disassemble an item, it keeps the properties on that item. So the Hellenic Steel Plate isn't a super great base material, but the Hellenic is because it goes into the
Now,
plate.
what should I synthesize?
So you can basically
what material should I
very
choose?
easily
Alright,
loop your
time to
traits
start.
or properties in this
I
way.
wonder what'll happen.
And it
Using a
lets you
useful-
combine them,
What properties should I
much
is-
more
alright,
efficiently.
What material should I choose? Alright, time to start.
As you
Using
can
a
see,
useful
because of
skill.
this,
Using a useful what
when the Hellenic Steel
properties
Plate is
should I-
made,
alright,
it
what
has
material should I choose?
high price plus plus, rare item, and premium price.
Alright,
So that
time
means
to
each
start.
one is going to
Using
sell
a
for a
useful
ton of
skill.
coal.
Using a useful
And because you can
what
disassemble them
properties
into
should I-
multiple
is this
Hellenics
alright,
or
I learned a
multiple Hellenic Steel Plates at a time, sorry, you can disassemble each one into a Hellenic, but each Hellenic makes 4 steel plates at a time. You basically just have an infinite loop of money making. But it's very quick and easy to do, so. And we'll be selling all of those off at some point. Not quite yet, however. This is actually another insert song. This one's my favorite one in the game personally, but it gets cut pretty short. Basically, the Shallies have decided the solutions to all their problems are in the east, so they're heading east to search for answers. And yeah, that song gets cut so short we don't even get to hear the singing begin, so. But that's okay, speed is more important.
I see.
And so yeah, surprisingly
This
out
place
to
seems like
the
it would
east is actually a bit more vegetation, but they're still not going to get more water out here, right?
Where should I go? Interesting place. Awesome, a new discovery. This is new. I should record it. Minerals are absolutely essential.
The air around here seems...
There are, however,
All
very
right,
interesting
where to
things out
next?
in this area. Alright, so off to Crystal Valley. Crystal Valley is one of the larger areas in the game. It's sort of like a...
This looks like a place with
It's
all
kind of like a
kinds of
dungeon.
useful
It has a
things.
few sub-areas.
Who wants to get fried first?
Yeah. So this area
Let's get this done quickly.
has a lot of encounters that can be difficult to avoid
This is new. I should record it.
because of
It'll be
very
quick.
thin paths through the area. So there is a safety save beforehand just in case one of those more dangerous encounters happens. It should be fine, but sometimes it's difficult to slip past the
I
enemies.
see. This place
Especially
seems like it would have a lot
right
of useful
here,
things.
you can see they sort of take up the entire lane. And that big slag dragon is especially scary, but it, you know, very kindly moved out of the way for us, so no big deal.
I feel like we might find
And
something useful here.
safely through Crystal Valley. Easy.
Okay, let's hurry up.
Let's complete the exploration quickly.
And you can tell we're in mid-game areas now because you start seeing a lot of larger enemies.
Tell me where to go.
Alright, we managed to find a village out in nowhere. Middle of nowhere in the east.
Barrel.
Barrel. Run validated. And we just so happened to meet Harry and Rafer here. Two more familiar faces. And Harry actually sells a lot of items. And we'll be selling the steel plates we made to him. And as you can see, the amount of money we made was about 100,000 coal. Just a little bit, right? Each plate sold for, I believe, about 6,000 or so. And we sold 15 of them. So, very efficient way of making money. Oh no. Let's mother has collapsed. Her mom is very sick, and it's kind of a key plot point in this game. Shortly, the two Shallies are actually going to get into an argument kind of over this, because they both care about different things, right? And it's kind of hard for them to see eye to eye on what they should do, because they each want to solve their own problems.
Is it? I have.
And, you know, thanks to our excess pile of money now, very easy to just buy all of the recipe books without worrying about it.
Well,
Just thank you.
Before it was a bit tight, but
Just think.
now it's
just
pretty
think-
easy.
Just think. Just think. Think. Just think. Just think. Just think. Just think.
And there are a lot of recipe books. one reason why it's good to have all of these recipe books is because a lot of the life tasks throughout the game
synthesize?
that
What
you need
materials should I
to
choose?
sort of make it through the
Alright,
game,
time to start. Let's keep. What is this?
a lot of
Alright,
them
that about
require
does it.
recipes from these
What
books,
materials should I
so
choose?
having the recipe books makes those life tasks
Alright,
go a
time
lot
to
faster.
start. Using a use. This looks like it'll work. This.
There are
I
alternatives,
don't
of
think
course,
what
you
is
don't
this?
necessarily
Alright,
need
that
the
about
books,
does it. What materials should
but
I
it's
choose?
a lot faster.
Alright, time to start. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, I learned a brand new skill. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What is this? Alright, what materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, I did it! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. This feels right. Using what properties should I alright. Level up! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What is alright? That what materials should I choose?
And right now is just a
Alright,
bunch of
time to start.
synthesis to
This feels
loop
right. I wonder what
PP
I wonder
properties
what
onto some
properties
useful
should I-
items.
Is alright? That about does
So
it. What
PP
materials should I choose?
is a mechanic in this game where basically
Alright, time to start.
when you add
Using
properties to an
what
item,
properties should
they have a
is this-
cost.
Alright, what materials should I
and
choose?
the amount of properties you can
Alright,
add to an
time
item
to
is
start.
based on
Alright,
the max
time
PP
to
you have
start.
allowed. And this goes
Is
up with
this
synthesis
really
level,
okay?
but it also goes up
Alright,
if you have
time to
materials
start.
with properties like PP frame
What properties
maximization,
should I is this
PP
alright?
plus 7,
That-
PP
what
plus 5,
materials should I
etc.
choose?
And it's very important
Alright,
to just
time
sort
to
of
start.
have
I wonder. Alright.
all of these
What properties
PP
should
properties on
Is it alright? I
one
learned it.
item so that you're able to actually transfer good endgame properties once you get them later. And there we go, chapter 6 completed. A little bit of a longer chapter, but only because we did so much preparation for later in the game, right? Lots of synthesis to set up for the items we will be using for the final bosses. And of course we get a synthesis evaluation as Sage of Alchemy. These evaluations don't really mean much, but it just means we made a lot of items. On to chapter 7. I believe chapter 7 is kind of the culmination of the fight between these two, where they sort of have to figure out and set aside their differences with each other. And I think... Are we investigating the water yet? I don't remember. Anyways, Lot's super depressed because she doesn't want to fight with Stara. They're good friends. But sometimes it can be, you know, difficult to work these things out. But they don't know it yet, but they better work things out soon because we have a boss to beat next chapter. Oh, they made up. Alright. So, we just bought something from Cutlet. I guess I haven't gone over the automata too much yet. But when that is offered to you, it's supposed to be at
What's
an
next?
absurd price. Because it costs 50,000
What should I
coal.
synthesize?
If you're playing this game normally,
What
you'll never
materials
have
should
that
I
much when it's
choose?
offered to you, and you won't be able to afford it. And what ends up
Alright,
happening
time to start.
is that the rich,
Is
Lot's
this
rich
alright?
friend
What
Albert ends up
materials
buying
should I
it because he's a
choose?
total weeb,
Alright, time to start.
and he wipes
Using
these robots
what
like
is
really
this?
hard.
Alright, level up.
Um,
What materials should I choose?
but
Alright, time to start.
buying the robot also gives us
Using
some extra
what
bonuses,
is
like
this?
good
Alright,
equipment,
that about
whatever.
does it. What
So,
materials should
because
I
we have
choose?
so much money,
Alright,
it's
time
actually
to start.
very
Is this
convenient
alright? I learned a brand
to
new
purchase
skill.
it and get some
What materials
very
should
good
I
items
choose? Alright, time to start.
thrown in for
Alright,
free.
I did it! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, level up! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start.
And
Alright, I did it!
so we did buy the
What
automata
materials should I
for
choose?
50,000 coal. One of
Alright, time
the
to start.
sort of like
I did
main
it!
goals
What
throughout the
materials
game
should I choose?
is
Alright,
there's
time to start.
6 of them, I think.
Is this alright? What materials
And we
should
actually
I
do have to
choose?
collect all of
What
them.
materials should I choose?
If you can't
Alright,
buy that
time
one,
to start.
it doesn't matter.
Is
You
this
do just
alright?
get it
What
later for
materials
free.
should I choose?
The rich guy who
time
buys
to
it
start.
ends up being
Is this
strong-armed
alright?
into
What
giving it away to
materials
us
should I
because we need it.
choose? Alright, time to start. Is this
I
alright?
think
learned a
about
brand
right
new
now we
skill.
probably have around 4 of them,
What materials should I choose?
and we'll pick up the other 2 in just various
Alright,
places
time to
around
start.
the world.
What is this alright?
And we just need
materials
those
should
to
I
gain
choose?
access to the final
Alright,
dungeon.
time to start.
They'll sing a song and open it
What
for
is
us.
this alright? I learned a brand. What materials should I
Alright,
choose?
the demon warding
Is
charm
this alright?
is
Time to
being
start.
made.
What
This
is
item
alright?
is
What
incredibly
materials should I
important.
choose? Is
Basically
this
what
really
it does,
okay? Alright,
I actually
time to
don't know if
start.
she equips
Alright,
it,
I
but
did it! What
it's a high level
materials should I
item, so it's
choose?
really good for experience. And also what it does is
Alright,
it removes all
time to
enemies
start.
from the map.
I think what
there's a few
property
areas
is
where that's
alright?
very
What
useful,
materials should
but
I
also you
choose?
can just dodge enemies anyway, so it can be a little bit of a
Alright,
time
time to
loss
start.
over playing optimally.
I don't think this
It
will
feels
go
good
so
to
well.
use, though.
What properties should I keep? Is this alright? Level up! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. This feels right. Let's keep what properties should I keep? Is this alright? What materials should I choose?
And a bunch of
time to start.
very good
I don't think this will
accessories
go
are being
so
made right
well.
now.
What properties should I? Is this alright? What materials
Basically,
should I choose?
The material we got
Alright,
for
time
buying
to
the
start.
automata
Using
from
is
Atelier
alright? What materials
had
should
a
I
lot of
choose?
good equipment properties on it that would be difficult to get
Alright,
otherwise. So
time
we
to
get like
start.
all stats up,
I
skill
don't think
savings,
this will go so well. Using a
having
alright.
MP consumption,
What's this?
etc., etc.
What
And
properties should I? Is
by
alright?
using that
I
item
learned
as a
brand-
material
What materials should I choose?
And something else, we can basically just steal its
Alright,
properties
time to start.
and propagate them to our own equipment, which will be better.
I don't think this will. I don't think
so
using
that's what's
a
going
useful
on right
skill.
now.
Using a useful. What properties should
So
I?
the dragon
Is this
shield
alright?
with skill
That
savings,
about-
all
what
stats power
materials?
up,
What
top
materials
consumption,
should I choose?
the belt with those as
Alright,
well.
time to start.
Those
Alright,
accessories
what
would be
materials should I choose?
very, very good for
Alright,
you know,
time
sort
to
of
start. Alright,
making it through the rest of the
what
game.
materials should I choose? Alright, time
And
to
normally
start.
they would be fairly difficult to make, but because
I
we
don't
already
think this will
have
go
the
so.
properties
Using
that
a
are solved
useful
for us
skill.
from
Alright,
a
alright.
predetermined
Alright,
item,
let's increase the action. One
it ends
last
up being
push.
a lot easier.
What properties should I keep?
Alright, we get
あれ
the
どれだっけ
grenade ring as well.
と
Is this okay? Alright, that. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start.
Basically
I
these
don't think this
accessories
will
are
go.
just
I
going
don't
to
think
be
this. I don't think this will go. This. Alright. What properties should I keep? Is this
a
alright?
lot of
That
stats.
about does it.
あ間違えた
Level up. I learned a brand new skill.
Yay.
間違えたな多分
Well, what materials do you want me to use? This okay. I'll get started. This look now it's finished. What materials do you want me to use? This okay. I'll get started. Which properties do you want to this now it's What materials do you want me to use? This okay. I'll get started. Which properties this now it's finished. What materials do you want me to use? This okay. I'll get started. This look now it's finished. What materials do you want me to use? This okay. I'll get started. This looks off. Which properties do you want to? This look. Now it's finished. What materials do you want? What materials do you want me to use?
Making a bunch of
This. Okay.
weapons.
I'll get started. It's done.
Most of these are for life tasks, but some of them will be useful for our carry characters to do more damage.
クナーデ、クナーデ、クナーデ、クナーデ、クナーデ、クナーデ、向き。
Seems like something is slightly wrong. I think one of the Gennade rings was made incorrectly.
What's next?
Alright. I believe the equipment is complete. Making armor would be a little bit slow, so just need accessories and weapons. Should be good enough to
I
finish the
feel
game.
like I'll find something nice today. I had a good fortune this morning too. Play?
Eska not being
There's
used,
magic to bring
so
things like this. Okay, this.
Eska is not very good
Hey, what?
if
Where
it's not
should
a
I-
prolonged battle.
Let's get this
Eska's
done
really
quickly.
good because she can create
Alright,
infinite burst, but if you're ending the fights
I
more
feel
quickly
like
than
I'll
that,
find
her
something
damage
nice.
is actually
Tell me
quite
where
low
to go.
compared to some better
I
characters.
feel like we might find something useful here. My gut.
An interesting place. We might actually find.
Alright, we
Where do
picked
you
up
wanna
another
go?
one of those little robot girls. And it is time for chapter 8. Once again, obtaining the Sage of Alchemy title. Be better after all that synthesis, let me tell you.
Decide where to go.
I feel like I'll find something. Where should I go?
I'd be thankful.
Tell me where to go.
So now we've
feel
been
like I'll
tasked
find
with
something nice
investigating
today.
water sources.
I had a.
Where are
Just
we
places
going?
where we've seen water in the area, because water is pretty sparse. So
Okay, let's
if we
give
can
our
find out
best
where
shot.
it's all coming from, we might get a lead on how to solve the water issues, right? Flip past that enemy real quick. It looks like it should get a fight, but just cutting that corner,
Where should I go?
it looks pretty funny.
Decide where to
'Cause
go.
it feels like you should be hitting its
This-
going straight into its hitbox. Yeah, you totally touch it. But nope, it's perfectly safe to just walk right by it.
I have. Are you?
Alright, and if you'll notice that, 93,000 or so coal that she had earlier
Decide where
is
to
already
go.
down to 26,000. Most of that being from the automata purchase, but this is actually very important for later. Because in next chapter, chapter 9, there will be a life task where you have to have exactly 25,000 coal, and it fills up like half of your life task bar. It's crazy. And so that's sort of going to be prepared for right now, I would imagine. It's
Alright,
very
where
picky. It
to
has to
next?
be exactly
I feel like
25,000.
we might find something
No more,
useful
no
here.
less.
Where are we going?
My gut's telling me, well, what's this? I've never.
I'm not
Bring
completely
it on.
sure that's what she's doing, but I wouldn't be surprised.
What's this? I've never seen it before.
It's a lot
I
more
guess there's still
efficient
some
than the
wild
other
vegetables
options,
growing around
usually.
here.
I know this game very well, but I don't know this specific route very well.
Alright, where to next? I feel like I'll find something nice today. I had a good fortune this morning, too. Okay, let's hurry up.
And
know if you
right
find
now we're
anything
just
useful
heading
for
down
my training.
to
I'd especially like
one of
some
the two
magic.
big dungeons in the game,
Okay, let's hurry up.
the Castle of Mirages. This place is kind of a maze,
I hope I find all kinds
and there's
of
a lot
things.
of points where it's easy to get encounters if you
I hope
mess
I
up
find
just
something.
slightly, so
Jump.
hopefully we don't get encounters. If we do, they'll probably end quite quickly since we have
Let's
equipment now,
complete the
but
exploration quickly.
it's just better to avoid these enemies if you can. Perfect. Sneak right on by here, and we should be
Let's
good.
get
That's
this
the
done
trickiest
quickly.
room.
Time to get to work.
Is there a reason English text is being used?
Yeah.
I would imagine because
Okay,
the
let's
runner
check this place out.
knows this game better. That is my guess.
Alright,
Text is
let's
kind of a
explore.
comfort thing, but if you know the game really well,
Attack
then
first.
it's not too big of a deal, especially in Dusk, where properties are fairly
Awaken!
deterministic,
Spirits of
as
Earth,
opposed to later
coming
games
through.
where traits are random and you need to read them.
I'll beat you to a pulp. This is on
This
you.
is our chance. So, what do you think?
Alright, so this battle is required. We have to do 3 sort of mob battles
Finish
here
them all at once.
to raise the bridge to get further in the dungeon.
Drawing this is our chance. Try this on
And
your
you can
side.
see that Logi does, you know, massive amounts of damage
Guess
already.
that wraps things up.
Logi's very powerful and very cool. So he's gonna be the carry here.
Huh? They haven't noticed. This is our chance. I'll blow you away. Lord of Fire, heed my
Along with
call.
Lobel, of course. Lobel's damage
Finish
isn't
them
quite
all
as
at
good right
once.
now, though.
I'm not through yet. Here's another.
Do you even see me?
Releasing power. I'll beat you to a pulp. This is on
This
you.
is our chance. Let's attack it. We'll try this on for size.
That hurt. Now, time to go all out.
Yeah, traits and properties are usually the big thing that
I
makes
guess
running
that's
these
about
games
it.
in other languages very difficult if you don't know the language too well. Like, I could probably get through an Atelier game okay in Japanese,
Bring it
but
on.
it wouldn't be...
I'll show you the
super
results
easy
of my
because of that.
training.
I'll take this.
This
Got
I've got
it.
no choice. Just watch.
Alright, and this will be the final one of these mob battles.
Let's finish them all with a drawing. This is our chance. Never give up. That's what I decided.
Once these go down, this dungeon will be basically over.
I'll beat you to a on
This
you.
is our chance. So, what do you think? Too easy is a problem too. Looks like we mopped them all up here.
Yep.
Let me know if you find anything useful for my training.
But yeah, basically
I'd
more on
especially
that.
like some magic catalyst.
It's pretty impressive to be able to play an Atelier game in a language you don't know very well, especially quickly.
Decide where to go.
Shallie is definitely doable, I would imagine, because of practice, but also because the game's fairly
I hope I
deterministic.
find something.
But still very impressive nonetheless. But it's definitely not
next?
comfortable
It's
to
up to
do
you.
so.
I wonder what I will find.
Alright, so we finished the Castle of Mirages dungeon in Chapter 8. The other thing you have to do in
Where are we
Chapter
going
8
next?
is
I show my skills.
go seek out the Water Lord for a contract with Wilbell. Wilbell has taken a hobby of contracting with spirits, and Aisha, she
What's next?
made a contract with a wind spirit, and Asuka, she made a contract with a fire spirit, and now she's going to make a contact with the Water Lord, a water spirit. But she gets like super scared off, and because the water spirit's like so angry at people, because people just didn't respect the land. That's why there's a huge drought. It's the Dusk.
Where are we going?
And yeah, this boss is very cool. I think Waterlord is a really awesomely designed boss with very cool mechanics. But Shallie kind of has good boss design in general. Like the Sand Dragon earlier is also very cool. How it's basically, the fight is on your ship and the Sand Dragon's attacking your ship on top of your party. This game has a lot of style for its boss fights. It's one of the reasons I love it so much. So yeah, we're after convincing Wilbell that everything's fine and she can face the Water Lord, we're gonna face the Water Lord. And this boss has a banger theme.
That hurts!
Drown.
Ow!
Uh-oh, good luck.
Perish.
Probably a bad turn over there.
It got me.
Oh no, a lot died. I don't think we have auto revive without burst, and
ゲーム落とし、ゲームシャットダウン。Okay?
hey, yeah, reloading the safety save. So one thing that's really important in Shallie is getting into burst for combat. Because your damage goes way higher while you're in burst. So getting there as fast as possible is really important. And because of the turn order there, Lot was not able to get a turn before she died, and items are the best way of generating burst. So just quickly reloading the game. At least you have a safety save, so it's not a big deal. Just gotta run back to the boss. Did that always say loading? Indeed. Hopefully this time it's a better turn order and should be able to immediately get into burst and do lots of damage to the boss. Because burst is a huge damage multiplier. If you're not in burst, you're doing much, much less damage.
Die. Drown.
Ow! I'll show you the results of my training.
Alright, much better.
Did you call me?
Burst plus 23, 44,
I won't finish this.
and just watch that bar go up.
I'm going.
Rolling thunder, lightning flash.
Item. Alright, 134. Field burst. And yeah, now our damage is way higher. So
Not done.
Nature, let's
this fight should be fine. I don't know how much HP the boss has
This is our chance.
on
How's this?
hardcore.
No, my
But-
anger.
Probably, I would
No,
imagine
my
around
anger.
20,000.
I'll use my full strength.
This is our
Is that low?
chance. How's
No,
this?
it's more than that, right? Yes, we'll
No,
find out.
my anger.
But Logi does so much damage right now that it
Into the
doesn't really
world
matter.
man. Wash all away.
And yeah, this boss has a nasty ability, that wave ability it just used. It swaps your frontline and backline characters, which can actually be really annoying to deal with because it, yeah, about 20,000 HP. Because it resets your assist
too.
meter. So if you don't take care of that boss pretty quick, it can actually get pretty impressive. But thankfully, she has enough damage that it's not really a big deal.
Where are we going next?
As long as you're actually in burst. Alright, and back to Stellard, and we'll be done with Chapter 8. At least the story parts of Chapter 8. Still have the free time.
Now, what should I synthesize? What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start.
And pretty
This
much
looks-
everything made
what-
from
what
now on
property-
is
this
going to
alright?
be
What
for
materials should I choose?
some
Alright, time to start. I don't think this will go
is going
so
to be
this is
made
no
for life
good.
tasks,
I don't
more or
think
less,
this is no good.
because we already have the equipment needed for the rest of
What
the game.
property
So
should I keep?
there are still a couple things
Is this
that
alright?
need to be made, I believe,
What materials
but not
should I
too much.
choose? Alright, time to start. Erase that attribute. Using what properties should I keep? Is this alright? That about does it.
Yeah, it looks like
materials
there's
should
one
I
more thing
choose?
that'll be made.
Alright, time
I'm
to
not
start.
quite sure what it is.
Alright, what materials should I
find out
materials should I
together.
choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, I did it! What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, what materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright,
And life tasks complete. It's always kind of annoying at the end of the chapter waiting for all of those little life task pop-ups to go through before it lets you end. Alright, and I believe this is the last insert song we have. For whatever reason, in this, in this country that's facing a severe drought, the Shallies are like, let's have a pool party. Anyways, that's a thing, so. Yep, Tetsu is very, very
Decide where
fast.
to go.
Shallie menuing is always a treat to watch, I think. It looks very impressive with how little delay there are between each menu. How little delay there is.
Where are we going next?
Alright, and this is why we were collecting these robots. They're gonna sing and open the final dungeon for us. Yay.
It'd be nice if we found
Yeah,
something
a lot
useful.
of the recent Atelier games have a lot of animation
This
delay
looks like a place
and
with all
input
kinds
delay
of
on
useful
most
things.
actions. So the menuing is never going to look
Interesting
like
place,
as visually
this.
impressive, just due to it being a lot slower by design.
Using things like
Kind of why Shallie feels so nice to play and watch.
Tell me where. Where are we going next?
I see. This place seems
So
like it would
here
have a
I
lot of
believe
useful
is
things.
a forced encounter.
What?
There's this enemy right where the cutscene puts you after it's over. Which is unfortunate. It would be nice if there was a way to avoid it, but it'll always get you when you're locked down after the cutscene.
Where do you want
At
to
least
go?
it's easy enough to run away from, right?
I feel like I'll find something nice today. I had a good fortune this morning, too. Okay, where should I go?
And the rest of the game is just sort of determining what to do about the Geofront, which is the final dungeon we entered. And we have another pre-rendered video cutscene here. This one looks
People gathered here with its
The
water.
frame rate's really
It's
low,
essential
so it
for
looks kind of
agriculture
bad.
after all.
And we can't fast forward through it or skip it, so enjoy your little
Settlements started
lore dump,
dotting the area
I
in
suppose.
pursuit of water, and Stellar grew as a city. It became a hub for commerce and production and developed quickly. But other than Stellar, the region wasn't as abundant with water sources. Conflicts over water erupted between settlements, and the gap between classes got bigger. It wasn't the disparity you see in Stellar today. Those with water survived. Those without. People cannot survive without water. That's why Stellar started using its water supply control system to manage the water. It was to distribute it to the places that need it and prevent wasting it. That's how the
Yes,
city
heavy stuff
continued
here.
to protect the water for the region.
Alright, time for Chapter 9 life tasks.
Is it?
And yeah, we're gonna be doing a few things here and there.
Now, what should I synthesize? What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, I learned to brew. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. I don't think this will go so well. This looks like it'll work. Let's do this next. Using a useful skill. I'll do this! This feels right. I might have outdone myself on this. I wonder what'll happen. I'll do this! I don't think... Alright, what properties should I keep? Is this okay? Alright, that about does it. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, that about what materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, I learned to brew. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, what materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. What materials should I choose? Alright, time to start. Alright, that about what materials should I choose? Alright, time to
Oh,
start.
so are we making a treasure grimoire? Let's go. So,
I don't think this will go so. I might have outdone.
yeah,
How's
this is the last accessory.
This.
Treasure grimoire is one of the stronger items in the game.
Alright, using a useful skill. I might have outdone myself.
Basically what it does
Let's
is
keep it up.
it improves ultimate
Alright,
skill
what
damage
properties should I keep?
by like
Is-
4
alright,
times or so.
Where are we
Or
going?
maybe about 3 times. Either way, it's very, very good. And this is important for the final boss, because the final boss really kind of needs to be one-shot in this game. So having like that huge damage multiplier and an ultimate skill is sort of how you do that, right? And the reason the final boss needs to be one-shot, I'll explain it when we get there. Oh yeah, Treasure Grimoire, very, very good item.
What's next? It's up to you.
I wonder what I will find.
Let's take care of this as
And with all the
efficiently as
equipment done,
possible.
you can basically just run off to the end of the game. There will be a boss coming up shortly, and we're just going to replace all our party members for people with no gear. You don't need to defeat this boss.
I am light.
So it's actually faster to just swap out all your party members and get one shot by it.
Melt into
And
the
die.
shadows.
It takes a little while. The boss kind of spams animations when your characters die,
Melt into the shadows.
but it's far easier than trying to defeat it. Yeah. Defeating this boss is optional for an achievement, and it's actually a missable achievement because if you lose, you don't get this fight again.
Take this. Melt into the shadows. I am light.
But of course, here we're going to lose on purpose because it is
Melt
faster.
into the shadows. Very well. Get out. Very well. I am light. Melt into the shadows. Take this. How sad.
Take this. Riplot. And he just, disappears. Alright, time to get our party back. Because it's faster to just change the party than it is to unequip everyone. Alright, time to get abilities. This is basically just a skill point system in the game that was unlocked upon hitting level 40. And getting them just makes everyone a little bit stronger, so...
I hope I can.
Important to grab those before heading into the final dungeon area. Seems like everything is in order.
We should probably be careful. My fortune was not the best this morning.
I've got a bad
Tentacles.
feeling.
Tentacles is
You'll be fine with me around. But you should
most
still be careful.
strong monster.
It's easy to lose your footing if you're not
Yeah.
paying
Very
attention.
very strong.
Don't let your guard down.
Very strong. Time cards and very mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a little mini boss here.
Places
This
like
one's
this are
skippable. You just walk
unexpectedly
around it.
dangerous.
But the next mini boss, the tentacle, is very much not skippable and very deadly. So, zoom right here. This is not the final boss. But it is the most deadly boss in the game for sure.
Lord of Fire, heed my call! Extra attack! Be amazed by the power of healing magic!
Thankfully, we have Heal Bell's Field Burst,
This is our chance. Don't blame
so
me.
everyone gets healed while they're in the back row, and it should help with sustain.
I'll use my full thanks.
This is our chance. Here I go.
Just as planned.
I imagine that the ultimate bar isn't used here, because ultimates are being saved for
How's this?
the final boss.
I'll take this.
You can see at the top the ultimate gauge next to the burst. It's at 82% right now. It takes a while to fill up, so... But it does persist between battles.
Stand back.
It's very important to keep in mind.
You got this!
This is our chance. Let's
And yeah, this
not
boss
blame
does
me
a
for
ton of
this.
damage, but thankfully with the healing and auto revive
Don't
from
blame me
Field
for
Burst,
this.
we can sustain this damage. And it's
Too
down.
easy is a problem too.
Nice fight.
Okay, let's hurry up!
And of course after, we just go back to heal real quick. because now we are preparing for the final boss and equipping the treasure grimoire. Very important.
Where do you want to go? I think we should be careful here.
It's easy to lose your footing if you're not paying attention.
Alright, final boss time. This boss is called Controller. Controller is very cool too, honestly. This fight summons a lot of ads, and it actually has 2 phases, although we'll never see phase 2 in this run. When you get the boss down to about 50%, it heals for a ton and gets way stronger. You never want that to happen, which is why the treasure grimoire is important. Because the goal is to get it from about 70% to 0.
Time to get a little serious.
So using an ultimate skill and
Awaken! Spirits of Earth!
Fighting back up.
just getting that huge damage boost from the treasure grimoire is exactly what we need to do that.
Not done. Not done. Let's finish them all at once.
And the ads in this fight are really annoying. Thankfully, they go down to easy.
Withdrawing for a while.
Now, time to go up. I'll show you the results of my training.
I'll use my full strength for this.
This is our chance. Try this on for size.
Here comes what?
Minor damage sustained. Continuing
Let's
elimination.
finish this
now.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Ultimate gauge is at max. I imagine
what I
we'll be seeing it
decided.
pretty soon. Not sure
Extra attack!
Moderate damage sustained.
what percentage we need to get the boss to before, but I'm sure Tetsu knows
You really made me mad.
how much
now.
damage she
You
needs
got
to
this.
do
Sorry, but I won't never give
before
up.
going all out.
That's what I decided. It's a freebie.
Maybe it's about time to. This is on you.
Sorry. Release all my power and put everything
Alright,
behind
and
this
now's to
technique.
go now because
Let's end
first level
this
is
now.
over, and
This.
there we go.
Sorry. I've got it.
We got the special music. Special music means the enemy is dead. And 40,000 damage in one hit. Which is pretty cool, right?
Well, guess that wraps
Alright,
things up.
GG. Timing will be pretty shortly, but that was Atelier Shallie on hardcore difficulty. Just a few closing things to work out.
What's our destination?
Oh, did I miss time? Wait, was time after the credits? Oh, it is. I'm silly. Alright, add another 5 minutes or whatever. It's been a long time since I played this game. My bad.
いやよかったよかった。なんなんていうコントローラーラストボスコントローラー is different from user. Burst gauge is low.
Yeah, you almost ran out. It was at
いつもより
4%.
少ない。 だからチャートをいつもとやり方を変えてやりました。すみません。
Yeah.
はい。そう、My name is 鉄、アトリエアーシャデラックス&アトリエシャリーデラックス、スピードランビッドラン、そうですね。
Yeah. They were great runs.
Hi.
Thank you for running for the marathon.
そう、コメント、Thank you, Angela, for this wonderful opportunity. I am happy to be able to do and run two of my favorite Atelier game.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Glad to have you. It was
Hi.
a great time. Thank you for the runs.
はい、いや、そんな。で、この This game, Atelier Shallie is my best Atelier games. This game is very, very I love game. I love this game.
I love Shallie too, honestly. It's a really good game. It's super fun.
ファンのまた how many times you do it 何回やっても楽しいです。はい。
Yeah, there's something just very satisfying about Shallie's speedrun as well. The way the menuing works out and all the synthesis, it's very enjoyable.
So, we hope you all enjoy playing with it.
Yeah, I accidentally split the time early, so we don't have an accurate one right before the credits. My bad. But should be somewhere around like 1:37, I think.
Up.
All right.
Time out. Time.
Yeah.
はい。It's good time.
Yeah, I accidentally paused it for the credits before the credits, so it's 1:37. Yeah, pretty good time for sure. All right, thanks for running. Glad to have you here. I'm going to send us over to intermission to get ready for Atelier Ellie coming up next. Ellie is a game that has never been released in English, so hope y'all looking forward to that. Should be a fun speedrun. Thank you again, Tatsu. It was wonderful having you. I hope you had fun. The runs were absolutely great.
Thank you.
And hope to have you again on this marathon in the future. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.